and welcome to today's vlog. We are back to normality on today's vlog, other than the fact I'm wearing a bright pink t-shirt, but you know, it's a wrestling one. MJF, AEW, any other three-letter combinations of things that anyone who doesn't like wrestling doesn't understand. The important thing is, it's a great shirt, but that aside, we are back to normal. It is a Tuesday, it has been a school day, as demonstrated by the fact this one is here in her school uniform, devouring leftover snacks from Centre Parks, Twinkies from the American Sweet Shop, which we didn't even cover in the videos, but Lucy and Owen went there, bought a box of Twinkies, which we're now eating. Andy obviously doesn't have his school uniform on because he got home and put his pyjamas on immediately, and now he's done all the trips that he had scheduled in his head. He's decided he wants to go back to Nottingham and go back to the windmill that we went to in the summer, which is actually not the worst timing in the world, because in, I think it's less than 2 weeks, we are actually going to Nottingham because it's Goose Fair, his favourite day of the year. Not long until Goose Fair now.
Yeah.
We need to get that on his board. His board hasn't been updated for a little while. So we've got that to look forward to. We've also got EGX, London Comic Con, Birmingham Comic Con, Winter in the City, all sorts of exciting stuff on the horizon. We'll probably see Lewis, yes, I should think we will. If you're watching Short Stay, you come into Goose Fair with us. Andy has requested it. But we've got lots of exciting stuff on the horizon. But for today, it is normality. So these two have made it home from school. I've done my first full day's work since last Wednesday. It's been nearly a week since I've been out in the garage making gaming videos, but got back into the swing of that today and feeling good about that. There is still a lot of tidying to do around the house because me and Anna were both utterly wiped out yesterday, so we didn't really do a lot. We were both asleep by 9:30 last night. It was a very tiring weekend for people as unfit as us, so that's another thing on the priorities list. We need to get that sorted out before our next active holiday, so maybe carry on with these gym memberships that we still pay for but haven't actually been to the gym since before the summer holidays. Need to get back there this week. Need to sort our eating out, which isn't helped by the fact there's still Twinkies and Pringles in the house. Excuses, 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 but like I said, back to normality. And it wouldn't be a normal vlog if it wasn't me moaning about not going to the gym, not eating right, and then in the same breath telling you I'm enjoying a Twinkie. So I'm nothing if not a bag of contradictions, and that's what normality is here with the Chapman family. But I'm gonna go and do some housework. Go and tidy the kitchen up a little bit, get ready to start making dinner. I'm not gonna bring you with me because that's a really boring thing to watch me do. Bit of tidying up and a bit of cooking. Well, normally at this point of the vlog, I'd give you some kind of... This is the conditions I'm working in. What are you watching?
Nothing.
Is it a Minecraft building tutorial?
No.
What was it then?
Nothing.
She's watching a Minecraft building tutorial. I think she was just telling me she wants to build a house. So I think she's now watching a tutorial. Yeah. As I was saying, normally at this point in the vlog, I would tell you what Andy's been getting up to at school or some other breaking news, but we haven't had an email from his school again, and he's actually gone to bed. It's only 7:30, but it is starting to get dark. We get into that time of the year where he is going to sneak off to bed early every now and again because of the sun going down. This is what he's like. He gets up super early in the summer, and then tends to go to bed early and sleep in a little bit later in the winter. If the sun is down, as far as he's concerned, it's bedtime. It becomes a bit of a battle when we get into like December and January when the sun's down at 4 o'clock. But he tends to break himself out of the cycle at that point. But it's this changeover part where it goes from being light at bedtime to dark at bedtime, and it kind of switches, that he struggles with it a little bit every year. But I don't actually think that's why he's gone to bed today. Me and Amy were just talking while we were eating our dinner about how we had super early nights last night and how the weekend's broken us a little bit, hasn't it? It's don't get us wrong, we love the weekend, we're very grateful to have had the opportunity to do it, but my word, did it tire us all out. We're not used to adventure activity weekends, are we? And me and Anna were both asleep by 9:30 last night. I think you were struggling a little bit to get yourself up and go to school yesterday, weren't you? I know Lucy had similar issues getting up and going to uni. We all got up and got on, but it shows how I don't even know what the right... Unfit's not the right word for me and Anna. It probably is. For the kids, I don't even think unfit is the right thing. But we're used to a certain amount of relaxation and lazing about in our weekends, aren't we? Especially just after the start of the new school term, at the end of Lucy's first week at uni. I think everybody it was a bit of a shock to the system, doing a full week out and about being busy, and then a full-on high activity weekend, and then straight back into a full week again. But I think having, it must have been 9 or 10 hours sleep for me and Anna last night. I don't know how much. What time did you go to bed last night?
9:30.
So similar sort of amount of sleep for Amy. I think we've kind of all sorted ourselves out a little bit now. But Andy, see, I'm going somewhere with this. It all links together. Andy didn't do that last night. He didn't go straight to bed when we got back on Sunday. So he wanted to just check in with his YouTube videos and stuff. So we let him have half an hour on his iPad when we first got home, because he'd refused to go on the Wi-Fi all weekend. Even though we had Wi-Fi all weekend in the lodge, Andy refused to go on it because he's had bad experiences with not at home internet in the past, so he always refuses to connect, even when, it was fast enough for me to upload the vlog all weekend and for us to play Minecraft on the Realm and stuff while we were there. The Wi-Fi was fine, but Andy just refused to go on it. So he came home, checked in with all his stuff, got up super early then Monday morning to again watch his videos and stuff, went to bed normal time last night, and got up super early again this morning. And I think everything's just finally caught up with him. He's been very spaced out all evening, and it's only 7:30 and he's gone up to bed and already pretty much passed out asleep. So he's I think he's having his catch-up night tonight, and then we should all be fighting fit again tomorrow. That's the plan. Sound like a good one? Look, she's yawning already. 7:30 and she's yawning. We are going to play a little bit of Minecraft now though, because that's our Tuesday night tradition now. A little bit of Minecraft for me and Amy, and then when Anna gets home we watch the Bake Off. So lots of fun stuff.
It's actually quite early for us to play Minecraft,
well, yeah, because normally we wait until Andy's gone to bed. So he normally goes to bed about 8, half 8, but he's gone to bed an hour earlier.
Do
so
another adventure.
Yeah, so we've got a good couple of hours to play some Minecraft. However, before we do that, it's real talk time. I've switched the camera around to the other angle just to signify that there is something serious I want to talk about. I don't want to dwell on it too much. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably already know, and it might even already be old news in the media by now. And excuse me if I get names wrong. I don't ever watch the news, so I don't really know what's going on in the world ever. It's a conscious decision I made a few years ago, probably around about the time I first started doing YouTube. In order to find more time in my day, I just thought, you know what? I'm not going to watch the news anymore. I'm not going to read the news. I'm going to just be a really irresponsible, non-contributing member of society, not know what's going on. And it's been going strong for sort of 4 or 5 years now. I don't think I'm missing out on a lot, because I get the really important news because people tell me about it, and it never seems particularly positive. And one thing that came across my my workflow today is something that's gone on with, is it Greta Thunberg? Is that how you say her name? Greta Thunberg, Amy's saying. See, I've never heard her name spoken because...
You haven't?
No, I don't ever watch the news, so I don't... I know who she is. Yeah.
Across for like 2 weeks.
See, she watches the news. She's a responsible adult. But I'm aware of who she is. I've seen retweets and stuff of hers. People have told me about her on the internet, but I've never actually heard anyone say her name before. So it's Greta Thunberg.
I get news updates about it, or like notifications on my phone.
Well, there you go, Greta Thunberg.
I think it's that.
The general gist of what's happened is she was at the UN today, banging her climate change drum again, as she does, which, again, I don't know enough about any of that to really have an opinion on it. She seems very angry about it, probably justifiably so, and the fact that I don't know, the fact I'm ignorant about it probably means I'm part of the problem. I'm one of the people she's screaming and shouting about in the speech that she made, but it's not specifically about her that is the thing that I wanted to talk about. It was, and you've probably seen this, because on Twitter this morning, Asperger's was trending. I thought, oh, that's probably something I should be aware of. I should check out what that's about. Have I missed some kind of autism awareness initiative, or has somebody coming out isn't the right word, but has somebody famous come out as having Asperger's? Why would that be trending? But no, what had actually happened is some absolute moron had gone on Fox News in America and basically said that Greta Thunberg nobody should listen to her because, and I need to try and get the quote right, because she's a mentally ill Swedish teenager. Oh no, mentally ill Swedish child, I think is what he called her. And obviously I was not impressed with someone describing Asperger's as mental illness. Forget all of the rest of it. I mean, I know there's lots of stuff you could argue about there, and you could really pick this apart for ages. I don't want to seem like I'm white knighting or anything like that, but if there is anyone watching this who thinks that autism is a mental illness and that this guy was fine to say the things that he said and effectively bully a child because she has autism, please stop watching our videos. Your sort aren't wanted here. Obviously, autism is not a mental illness. It clearly hasn't disadvantaged Greta Thunberg in any way, because she's arguably the most famous 16-year-old on the planet who's spoken at the UN today. So it really sounds like she's got some serious mental illness and disadvantaged problems going on there. The fact that she's been able to achieve that, she's a perfect example of using autism as a superpower. It's allowed her to become super focused on this thing that she's incredibly passionate about, to the point where, as Amy was saying, she's willing to sail a boat across the sea for weeks to go and speak at the UN because she doesn't want to fly.
She doesn't want to fly on a plane
because of the pollution and stuff.
There's a lot of stuff going on about how it got quite dangerous at times.
Yeah, that's the definition to me of using autism as a superpower. So for some ignorant turd to describe it as a mental illness, it just annoyed me, and I didn't think it was right, because we do so much work with the National Autistic Society and obviously talk about autism a lot on the channel. Andy is autistic. I'm currently going through the diagnosis process to find out if I'm autistic. It's obviously something that's very close to our hearts, and I didn't think it would be right for us, as we've built ourselves into this position of being an authority in the arena of autism, certainly in the UK. I didn't think it would be right for that to happen and for me to not mention it in the vlog. So yeah, they're my thoughts on it. That guy's an idiot. Thankfully, Fox News did come out and apologise immediately and say they would never have him on as a guest again. I'm not going to say his name, partly because I don't remember it and partly because I don't want to give him the publicity anyway. I don't want people going and listening to his rotten little podcast and hearing him spew his bile. But yeah, don't say things like that. Don't think things like that. You know, it's I thought we were past all that, and it's just sometimes you see stuff like that in the media, and not just the fact that it was that one guy saying it, but then all of the reason it was trending is because there was a big argument broke out where there's a whole load of people agreeing with him, and then obviously a load of people calling them idiots. So the fact that there's still so many people out there who still think things like that really highlights how much autism awareness work there is still to do. So we'll continue fighting the fight. Thank you to everyone who supports us doing it. Every penny that's ever gone towards the National Autistic Society from you or from us, that's the sort of thing that we're fighting for a future where stuff like that doesn't happen. I don't want to be seeing in a year's time, 10 years time, 30 years time, people calling Andy mentally ill because he's autistic, because he's not mentally ill. He's just got a neurodiversity, a different way of thinking.
I think it would be neurodifference.
A neurodifference, yeah, exactly. He just thinks differently.
Yeah.
It's not an illness. It's not something that can be cured. It's not a disease. It's just a difference. And as our t-shirts say, different is not broken. But I'm going to get off my high horse now. Apologies, I don't do that very often, but sometimes something gets on my nerves and I feel the need to have a rant about it. So you can see I've been rubbing Dave all the way through to keep myself calm as well, using my beast to stop me from getting all grumpy and everything, which Anna has told me that's what he's there for. We got him as Andy's support dog. He's very much become my support dog over the last several years, and I reach for Dave when I'm feeling stressed, and he's helped me through a stressy speech. But now I'm going to calm myself down, play some Minecraft with Amy, watch Bake Off with Anna, and then when they've both gone to bed, I'm finally going to get a go on FIFA 20, which I've had downloaded since Thursday or whatever it was when it first came out, Thursday or Friday. And because we were away, I've not had a chance to look at it yet. I have finally started Ni no Kuni on Switch. That's awesome. But late night gaming tonight is FIFA. Should we play some Minecraft?
Yes.
And after a little bit of Minecraft, I'm no longer on my high horse. So we're gonna watch Bake Off in peace, aren't we? Look who's home. Anna's here. Oh, you can watch the vlog. I don't need to get into it again.
Oh, we do?
No, we don't, because they've already heard it for 10 minutes.
Tell me.
But you can hear it after the vlog's finished.
That's nice.
If you have enjoyed, oh, my voice is breaking now. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs, and thank you very much for watching.